everybody, it's Nutty Rock Chick, and I've got a double trouble here with me today. First off, I've got the NJ from the British Fist.
What's up?
The one and only. And also my good friend Matt.
Hey guys.
And we're here to do a little Night of Champions review. Hopefully it won't go quite as long as our preview did, but it's all good. Okay, we're going to do a classic run through. We're going to start with the pre-show match and go all the way through. And we'll do like a general opinions of the whole thing at the end, if that's cool by both of you.
Brilliant, yeah.
That's cool by me too.
Okie dokie. Right, so first off we had the Cosmic Wasteland, which is Stardust and the Ascension, against Neville and the Lucha Dragons. I thought it was alright. It was a good little fluff match for the pre-show. What did you guys think? Oh God, I keep forgetting I've got to say somebody. Matt, go.
I thought it was a pretty good match for a pre-show match, like you said, but the thing that got me was I knew that it was going to go that way because they kind of want this whole thing to go longer, so of course they're going to have Stardust get a win so that they can make it go longer.
Yeah, to me it made sense because Neville won on the last pay-per-view. NJ?
I'm sorry, I really don't care about pre-show. It shouldn't be as long as it is. They should have put any match they have on the pre-show should be on the main card. The feud in this is nothing to do with the Lucha Dragons, nothing really to do with the Ascension. It's Cody Rhodes and Neville. So I really do think from the results of this match, the feud will continue, but I want to see them two go at it against each other and push the tag teams away.
I have to agree with you on that.
Yeah, I think that's fair enough. Yeah, I kind of saw it coming that they were going to go, that Cosmic Wasteland were going to go over. Like I said, it was an alright little fluff match. It wasn't anything to write home about, but they did do the classic 3-man on 3-man from the inside to the outside, which was exactly what I said, which was quite funny. Yeah, it was alright. Next, we've got Kevin Owens, our new Intercontinental Champion, defeating Ryback. NJ?
This match went exactly the way it should have done because you had Ryback looking dominant. He even picked up Kevin Owens during the match and threw him out the ring, so the dominance was there. Because what I was worrying about is if they gave the championship quickly to Kevin Owens and Ryback becomes forgotten again. Because every time Ryback gets a push or some kind of momentum, the WWE drop it once they've moved on with the feuds and storylines. So from this match, I have faith that Ryback is still going to be safe. But good match.
Matt?
Well, it's like I said to you while we were chatting, is that I love this because I think because of the performer Kevin Owens is, we've been wanting somebody to restore the luster to the Intercontinental Championship for a really long time. And I think Kevin Owens might just be the perfect guy to do that.
Yeah, I mean, I've loved the Intercontinental from the first time I saw it. It was the IC belt was always more important to me than the world belt because my guys were fighting for that. Because you've got to remember that I sort of came in at the end of the golden era, at the start of the new generation. So the people that I was most interested in were circling around the IC belt. So yeah, I've always had a soft spot for that in my heart. Yeah, so I really do hope that it becomes the workhorse title again, because that would definitely make me smile.
As much as I don't want to break your smile, the last person who held the IC belt, gave us some hope, was Cody Rhodes. And we got all excited there and then, but the WWE gave us a little glimpse of what that belt could mean, only for it to get devalued again. Just because Kevin Owens has got it, to be honest, we can all cross our fingers, but the WWE fail to keep the concentration, the importance on that belt. But with Kevin Owens being as great as he is, I'm expecting good matches, but I'm not sure much about the belt's prestige coming back.
Okay.
I totally feel you on that, but I think the man makes the title. The title doesn't make the man. And I think with Cody Rhodes versus, the differences between Cody Rhodes versus Kevin Owens, I think Kevin Owens is in a whole nother league, with all due respect to Cody Rhodes.
Well, to be fair, when Cody held it, he was in a lot better position than he's in now. But I do see what you mean. I mean, Kevin Owens has his heel stick down so well, and they were still sort of playing with Cody's character when he had the IC title, because they did the whole mask thing and all that jazz. But I think Kevin's character is very much sort of in its comfort zone. So I think maybe that gives us a more stable setting for the belt.
Yeah.
Okay,
And
next up.
I wanted to say one more thing about Kevin Owens, though. I love how when he did that promo with Eden Styles, how he did it. He pissed her off in the promo, and then he pissed her off again because he walked the wrong way. And did you see her reaction? It was just one of those priceless little comedy moments that you didn't expect, that I laughed at.
Yeah. Next up, we have Dolph Ziggler versus Rusev. We had some fun with this, because me and Matt were in a call with my friend Alex. Shout out to Alex. He is a big Rusev mark, and everyone knows I'm a Dolph Ziggler mark. So you got me going, go Dolph, go Dolph, go Dolph, and him going, Rusev, crush.
Yeah, and I felt like the referee in the middle.
NJ, what were your thoughts on this one?
This is where things started to go wrong. They did not make you feel this is the end. This match felt like it's got a continuation with Summer Rae getting involved. It's still not being about Rusev. It's still not being about Ziggler. It's still about the Divas, and I'm getting sick of this, because I'm like, the concentration should either be on Ziggler overcoming the great Rusev, or Rusev stepping over another wrestler to continue his monstrous push. But no, we feel that Summer Rae and Lana, or the love triangle, or the love square, is more important. So this match was okay, but the ending flipping went the way that I'm sure not many fans, or all fans, wanted.
I have to totally agree with you, MJ. I was like, it's so focused on this love triangle, whatever you want to call it, that is. Yeah. It's not about the wrestlers, it's about the divas.
Yeah, I agree to a certain extent, but they aren't actually getting Lana and Summer Rae in the ring, so I think that was where they were heading. They were trying to do a multi-gender match, but then Lana busted her wrist, so we've now sort of got a continuation more until Lana's healed up.
No, shh. We're not having this going on for 3 months. We're not having this continue for another 3 months. No. No.
Sorry, but yeah, we are.
Yeah, MJ is blatantly head desking in the background.
No, they can't do this. 3 months. It's already been going on since. When did it start?
It's been a couple of months, hasn't it?
What else can they do? What? No.
Well, they can have Ziggler and Rusev wrestle a couple more times.
Who's keeping score?
Nobody.
Nobody's
Terrible.
keeping score.
Okay, and then next up we had the Dudley Boys defeating the New Day to become the 10-time tag team champions. It's very rare I get to say this, but I'm so glad I was wrong. NJ?
Like I've said in the build up to this pre-show, our predictions, I don't care who won this. We've got the Dudleys who are back entertaining, so they're pretty much going to be liked. They're going to want the best. But then you've got this very entertaining tag team that's heel, it's a face, and you want them to continue to grow. The Dudley feud is not over because of the DQ finish, so I'm expecting it to go on to Hell in a Cell, and I would love, it's never happened I don't think, a tables Hell in a Cell match.
Yeah, that could be interesting. Yeah, I completely screwed that up because they didn't actually win the belts, but they won the match. Yeah, that was my head being ippy. Matt?
Well, let's just be honest. That's what you wanted. That's why you said it.
Yeah.
You know, the thing is, it was a great tag team match. I've said on numerous occasions that I didn't like the New Day in the beginning, but now that they're heels and now that they're doing what they're doing, they're the best at what they're doing right now.
I must have cracks me up when Xavier did the Rocky theme. That just had me in bits.
Well, like I said, we were all talking, and as soon as I saw Xavier's hair in the pre-show, I said, "Oh my God, it's an exact copy of Rufio from the Hook movie." And we were in the call and we were saying the same thing, and then the WWE Universe did the same thing, and it was so blatant that the commentators couldn't even avoid it. But then Michael Cole almost butchered the Rufio thing to death, but it was awesome. The whole thing was cool.
Yeah, it was a really enjoyable match. I think all the factors together worked really, really well. New Day are definitely over his heels. They work really, really well.
I think the two highlights for this, you named a third one, which is the Xavier Woods thing, but obviously it was the 3D at the end, and also Big E getting Bub Ray's face, getting his face, saying, old man, get down, old man." That for a tag team, that is a pretty big thing, you know, stepping up to a legend and shoving him and bringing out the tension, the feud, and some feeling in that match. I just can't fault this match. Either team could have won, and the fans would have been happy.
Yeah, I was sitting there going, man, Big E's got balls for calling Bubba Ray old right to his face. You know, I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah, I enjoyed this one. I thought it was fun. Next we have Charlotte defeating Nikki Bella for the annoying butterfly belt. Matt?
Well, it's like I said, I hope Charlotte comes out tonight and maybe cuts a little promo and says, you know what? I am a diva, but I'm not the Divas champion. I'm a women's champion and wants to get the women's title back because, I mean, she said it online a bunch of times. I don't think it's going to happen, but I can dream, can't I?
Yeah, I'd be dreaming right next to you, honey. I said from the get-go that I wanted to see Charlotte destroy that belt. But but it really annoyed me before the match. They did flashes of all the famous women's champions and then called them Divas champions. I was like, no, 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 and no!
I don't know how to feel about this because I said in the predictions that the bigger match was on Raw, so this is the second best. It's still a pay-per-view, but the match didn't feel as big. And to be honest, I think that's why they threw in the Ric Flair backstage segment to make it feel special. But to be honest, I felt that could have happened on Raw and made it even bigger. So to be honest, I'm glad Charlotte won because it's someone different and she is a good female wrestler, so all the credit. I just think it was done at the wrong time, or have done it all on Raw. The rematch at Night of Champions where she would have retained, but whatever. And as for the Women's Championship, yes, I've read a lot of things on the internet of the NXT Divas wanting to bring in or bring back the old championship. So I'm saying this, if Charlotte doesn't do it within the next few months, I can pretty much say it's going to happen. I'm pretty sure the WWE will bring that belt back. I think.
Yeah.
Okie dokie. And after that, we had the Wyatt family defeating Roman Reigns, Dean Ambrose, and Y2J, Chris Jericho. I've got to get this out. I adore Chris Jericho. I really do. I think he's amazing. It really frustrated the fuck out of me that they brought him in to take the pin. I mean, I know he said he wants to be there to put the younger guys over, but it's just sort of like, oh, no, no. And I did say to NJ, the whole match would swing on who they brought in, and I was right. I have to say it. I don't say it very often because I don't like to rub it in people's faces, but I was right. Go on, NJ, get your words in.
Okay, this is freaking stupid. What I've learnt growing up is the first people you turn to is family. So what does Roman Reigns do? Forget about The Rock. Forget about one of the Usos. Let's just go over to Chris Jericho, a guy who's been doing house shows, a guy who lost to Fandango. Yeah, let's go to him because he's going to do great, isn't he? Flipping stupid Roman Reigns, dumbass. So, yeah, Chris Jericho.
They did say, as they were coming to the ring, that it was Ambrose who made the call, not Roman Reigns.
Still, he would have had to got the go-ahead from Roman Reigns, and plus, I wish you could see a feud coming. You can see a feud coming between Ambrose and Jericho. But either way, Jericho it was a surprise. We didn't really think Jericho, but I just think that match was horrible because of the way the fans didn't really seem to interact well with him, react to him.
Well, they did react to Jericho. He got a massive pop.
Somewhat.
The thing that made me smile the most was, if you watch it, watch Dean Ambrose's face after Jericho bumps into him, because he is desperately trying not to smile. Matt?
Yeah. The match was what it was. Again, I say this to Nutty all the time. I look at Strowman and all I see is the fat guy from Game of Thrones. So I can't really take him seriously, number one. Number two, I just, it was what it was. I just, like MJ said, there could have been so many other people that would have been better than Y2J.
But let's just say the one big positive: the Wyatts have won a match. Yes, yes, yes.
And I must say, the most hilarious thing of the night, though, was when that fan got in the ring and Bray Wyatt, without missing a beat, said, "Is that your guy? Is that your guy?" And both Roman and Ambrose are trying their best not to break out laughing.
People have said that person who came in was actually a referee, but with a thing covering his hair. He was actually a WWE referee. That's what the internet's been saying, or showing pictures of. It was set up. It was meant to happen.
Well, either way, it was still a good setup, because it was funny, actually.
Yeah, it was alright. Okay, and then we've got the two. One I got right and one I got wrong. John Cena defeated Seth Rollins for the United States Championship, which I think pretty much everybody saw coming. But then Seth Rollins defeated Sting. Yeah. We'll talk about the Cena match first. Matt, go ahead.
The Cena match was what it was. It was totally expected, the way it went down. I don't know, didn't really enjoy it. Just saw it as another John Cena match.
Go on, MJ, get your rant out.
No, you don't give the belt back to John Cena, because when he goes into his matches now, okay, who is he going to face next? He's already gone through a list of names. He's beat a list of names. So who has he not faced that he's going to put the belt up against? Is he going to bring back the challenge and beat people again? No, I think Seth Rollins should have beat John Cena to make him look good to go in his match against Sting. Seth Rollins could have got screwed out of the US Championship during a Raw to a younger wrestler. He could have got screwed to Neville. He could have got screwed against Ryback. He could have got screwed against anyone by John Cena if they had to. So for this match, yeah, it's a typical Cena match. Cena won LOL and all that stuff. But I just don't agree with this result.
Yeah, we knew that you weren't gonna like that one. It was quite funny because me and Endo did the predictions. I was sending him how many I'd got right, and we got to the Cena match, and I didn't send it. I just said, "I'm sorry."
Bite me. Sting.
Yes.
Matt.
Yeah.
Go on. What did you think of Sting?
You want to know what I thought about it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I knew as soon as he hit the monitor head first, the back of his head hit the monitor, I knew something was off. And then when he was really extra slow and taking his time, and Rollins was, stalling for time, I knew something was off. So that match was nowhere near what anybody expected. I hope Sting isn't severely hurt so they can maybe do something with him in the future, but it's exactly what I expected. I didn't expect Sting to win the world title.
What did you think about the aftermath?
With Kane, he's got his mask and his hair back, so let's hope that within the next 2 weeks he doesn't come back out in slacks and a pair of dress shoes. Let's hope they don't screw that up and see where it goes.
NJ?
Sting versus Seth Rollins. Again, after losing to John Cena, my care dropped a little bit, because you lost to John Cena. But I did not expect Sting to win. I really thought Seth Rollins being the WWE World Heavyweight Champion is the important thing going forward. Because I think to build up the match to Triple H, the belt could play a huge part in that storyline because of how long Seth's held it for and who he's beat. So I was expecting Seth to retain. The way they did it, Sting's injury, the fact that he continued the match after both bumps and locked in his submission, I think the match did better than it would have done if Sting did not keep trying to fight his way through the match. So for that, I give Sting props. I think it was an okay match. I don't think Sting's too badly injured. I think that he's going to recover, ready for the next big pay-per-view that he's going to appear on. But at the end of the day, Sheamus, I love the fact he's teasing cash-ins, or he was about to cash in. Kane coming back. Going to Kane in a Hell in a Cell makes sense. It's just that they're using Kane again to lose, because that's what he's going to do to Seth Rollins, which is the right thing to do, but Kane's just a pawn in this filler feud to build up to Triple H and Seth. Okay, fair enough.
Okay, I'm going to throw my 2 cents in the ring.
Yep.
I was annoyed about how they did the ending of the actual match. I think I just felt that if they were gonna have Seth beat Sting, he should have beat him with something impressive. I felt that sort of like that cheap roll up, although it was a clever roll up, it was still a roll up, and I just think Sting deserved more respect than that. I just felt that was, it was the second roll-up win of the night, and it was just like, they could have done something so much prettier with that.
I want to put you on the spot. A bit. How would you have finished it without doing too much damage to Sting's head?
I don't know. If he'd have done the pedigree carefully, he could have gotten away with it.
I think roll-up was just a safe bet without causing too much twist, even though that pin was quite athletic, but I see what you mean, yes. I think Sting could have been taken down in a much more stronger way.
Yes. I was fine with Sheamus coming down to cash in. I was waiting for Kane. The Kane bit was fine. I'm not sure. I was a bit about the whole Kane taking out Sheamus, but yeah, I suppose if he's a face and Sheamus is a heel, as you said, it does kind of make sense. It was alright. I think the pay-per-view ended on an okay ending. but I was sort of sat there going, we've got 10 more minutes, and it finished 10 minutes early, so I was a bit sort of like, oh, I was hoping to get something interesting.
I
Yeah,
will.
well, it just finished at the time that it did because they didn't expect Sting to get hurt.
Yeah.
So,
I'm just glad they didn't overbook. Yes, they had Kane, Seth, and Sheamus, but they didn't overbook it like they did with, in my opinion, Seth and Dean, that kind of thing. They overbooked that finish. This was just a chokeslam, tombstone, hand raise, finish. I think it's definitely set up what the future's going to be going to Hell in a Cell. Can't breathe. Yes.
Okay, so overall, what did you think of Night of Champions, Matt?
I thought it was a pretty good show for the most part.
NJ?
I think that it felt like an okay pay-per-view. It was manageable, but it does, in some part, get us wanting to watch Raw. So it did its job.
Yeah, okay. I thought in general, it was sort of good. It was a good overall pay-per-view. I think if they'd have done a few things slightly differently, it could have been great. And I was hoping for those few things. So I was, although it was good, I was slightly let down by it. But overall, yeah, I want to see what happens on Raw. So, like NJ said, it did its job. So I'm gonna sign out. Take care, everybody. Mwah. Say your bye-byes, Matt and NJ.
See you guys.
See you on Raw.
Bye-bye.